What's good, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Exit 36 Builds. Today I'm going to be working on this 2005 Silverado. Going to do a remain seal replacement on it. It's leaking pretty good. It makes about a 4-inch puddle after like not even 2-3 hours of it sitting. It's really bad. It just runs right out of it. So today I'm going to drop the transmission. Got my transmission jack right here. Got my tools on there, and I got pretty much everything covered what I need to do this. So I got my the truck on the jack stands right there. Got the jack holding it just in case something happens. Got my cardboard there, and yeah, this truck's pretty good. My brother bought it as a project flip, so I'm gonna get to it, and I'll cut you guys on as soon as I get the transmission on the jack, and I'll show you guys a picture of video of what the leak looks like. All right, update. I got the center support removed. The transmission mount was bad. It ripped off. Yeah, and I got the exhaust down. As you can see, I thought it was gonna be a little bit harder, but it's not too bad. Because this one is not. It's a Florida truck. It's not. Hasn't been in snow or near the beach. You know, the salt will mess up all the metal too. So yeah, so I'm gonna continue removing this transmission. The next step, I'm gonna go ahead and slide this transmission jack under here to hold the transmission up, and remove the starter and start working on those torque converter bolts. And then I have to remove these transmission lines here. Alright, YouTube, I noticed when I dropped this center support here, transmission support, I noticed that it's leaking transmission fluid right here at the yoke. You can see it. There it goes. It's making a good sized puddle. And usually what happens is there's this hole right here. They do that because of the when you slip in the yoke, the air has somewhere to go. But I don't know. I'm not sure why it leaks. I think there's a seal in here that goes bad inside the tail shaft. But I know a way to seal it, and it won't leak like this, and it'll be safe enough, you know, to run it like that. If they make a gasket maker for transmissions, it's red color looking, and it withstands the detergents in the oil of the transmission fluid. So it's made for transmission. So that's what I'm gonna do. Take this yoke out and reseal it. I gotta clean it with some brake clean, get it nice and dry. Then I can go ahead and put some of that gasket maker in here inside the yoke, and then reinstall the yoke back into the transmission. But what I'm gonna do is, once I drop this transmission, I'm gonna try to keep the yoke in here in the transmission, because once I get the transmission jack on this, it's gonna tilt back, and what's gonna happen is all the fluid's gonna run out and make a big mess. It's happened to me before, and I've learned from my mistakes. So yep, so I'm gonna try to keep once I get the transmission off the engine, I'm gonna try to level it back straight and just push it back with the yoke, and it's still inside. And I'm gonna go ahead and remove the drive shaft. Oh, there's some 11 millimeters. Remove that and just drop it and just let it hang. So that's what I'm gonna do for now. So yep, that's a good tip for anybody that doesn't want to be spending money on transmission fluid, because it will leak out. I guarantee you that if you remove that yoke and this transmission starts coming down, it's going to leak. So, alright, peace. Alright, YouTube, I got the transmission away from the truck, from the engine. There goes the flywheel. One of the bolts was loose. That was crazy. So looks like someone's been here. You can see they did a really crappy job with the silicone. So that's where it's leaking from, right here. You can see that. So, oh man, see how I'm gonna do this. Yep. So I'll cut you guys back on as soon as I figure out what I'm gonna do. That looks like the oil pan seal part of it. No good. So I'll cut you guys back on as soon as I can figure this out. How am I gonna do this? Looks like it's the oil pan. What's it coming for rear main? I can't tell. I'm probably gonna hit it with some brake cleaner and see where it's coming from. Alright? It's still dripping right now. Right there. Alright. Alright, YouTube. So I removed these studs from the back, right under here. And there's another one up here. And I just got some of these vice grips, needle nose, and I'm twisting off the top one so the rear main seal can slide out. Alright, quick tip. Alright, YouTube, so the update is the next day. So I went ahead and removed the oil pan, and yeah, removed the oil pan because the gasket that goes on the oil pan, that goes around the rear main seal where the cover goes for the rear main seal, it ripped the gasket off with it. So yeah, this is pretty hard. Yeah, it's falling apart. Yeah, so either way, it needed to be redone. That should be better. That way there will be no oil leaks. And it did look like it was leaking up ahead because it was sweating toward the front, and the rack and pinion is covered in oil also. You can see. But I know these rack and pinions on these Chevys, they leak a lot, but it's covered. That's engine oil covered in that. But I'm sure that there's an existing leak on that one. They all leak, but they still work. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning, prepping all the surface here. I'm probably gonna do this last because it doesn't matter if I clean it right now. I walk away, all the oil from the walls from the inside is just gonna sweat down and cover all this. So I'll do this in the end. I'm just gonna go ahead and pressure clean the oil pan. I might pressure clean these too because they're covered in oil. So not too bad. I didn't seem like there's any trash in there, but the oil was really dark. But it looks pretty clean, except the outside. But you can see all the gunk. You know, this is towards the front of the oil pan. It looks like it's been leaking for a long time, very slow. So this is the part that ripped. It goes here, right here in the gasket. When I pull the rear main seal cover off, it took the whole piece that was here. So there's no way. You can probably silicone it, but I don't want to take any chances. So I went ahead and went to go buy the gasket for the oil pan. Do it right the first time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get cleaning on this, use some degreaser and maybe some detergent to wash it off. I'm gonna see if I set up the pressure cleaner right now to do this, make everything a lot quicker, and, you know. Yeah, so I'll catch you guys up with an update. All right, I know you're gonna hear that Call of Duty. This is why you hear it right here. So y'all let y'all know that's the noise y'all hear in the background. All right, YouTube update. Got the block ready, prepped, ready to go for the new gaskets, and I already reinstalled the new remain seal on the housing part here, and I got the oil pan nice and clean. You see, so I'm gonna go first with the remain seal, and then I'm going to install the oil pan seal. I mean the oil pan, because I have to pull all this wiring back, and I have to clear everything, make sure it doesn't get caught under the pan. So that's it. I'll put you guys on a time lapse so you guys can see me installing all the parts. All right. Alright, YouTube, the oil pan is on, and so is the rear main seal. Ready to go. So next, I'm gonna go ahead and then reinstall the little 10mm nuts that hold this the transmission cooler line, and there's a plastic piece here that holds the harness that goes across. I gotta reinstall that too. That's two 10mm right there. So, and then I gotta install the flywheel and start, you know, getting the transmission to the motor, so I can go ahead and install it. Alright, so I'll put you guys in the time lapse. Peace. YouTube, everything's together and the truck is running. See, there's no oil leak. It's been on for almost half an hour already. I'm letting it run because it's burning off all the old oil that's on the exhaust, and I I got the yoke sealed. What I did is I took it off and I cleaned it with some brake clean, and then I put some gasket maker inside the yoke to plug the hole that's in the back, in between right there. Let's see. There's a hole right in the back of the yoke right there, and that's the hole that you got to seal up with the gasket maker. So I squeeze quite a bit in there, and then I push it down with a screwdriver and make sure to get all the way to the bottom of the yoke. And as you slide it in, it will create a seal right behind the yoke, and it will stop the leak. So right now it would have been all wet here. So what I did is I cleaned it with some brake clean to get it all nice and dry, just to make sure that it stopped. And it seems to have working out good. Drive shaft is on down there, and yeah, I put a new transmission out because the other one literally wasn't even holding on, and everything's good, looking good. I'm gonna pressure clean under here later on, take it to a car wash and bring it jack with me. And that water over there leaking, you know, you can see that, that's the water tank. I filled it up and I didn't know it was leaking, so that's another thing to put on my list for later on. But for now, everything's good, no oil leaks, everything's nice and tight together, everything sounds good. So that's it. Let me show you. So that's the truck running pretty good. I did notice that the water pump is leaking at the bottom. There's a little weep hole that it has on the bottom of the pump. So that's gonna be the next thing to change on this. And yep, that's it. So I'll make a separate video on the water pump. I know it's not a big deal, but there might be somebody out there that hasn't seen a video like this before. And so either way, I'm putting it out there, what I do and what I can do. All right, so that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe to my channel at X36 Builds. Peace.